Hey guys, this is another unedited, very raw, I guess, update on how my weight loss journey is going. So it's been another week, and oh yeah, by the way, if you are new, hi, my name is Shanice, and basically, I decided to become the best me. So I have embarked on a 6 month weight loss journey where I'm hoping to lose 77 pounds, or my goal is to lose 77 pounds in 6 months. And I post every single day on YouTube. So if that's something that sounds interesting to you, then go ahead and subscribe. And if you're not new, thank you so much for coming back. I feel like I'm always so official. I feel like I'm a a news presenter, like where I just have to put on my professionalism. Anyway, so okay, so we've gone through another week, and obviously you guys know that this week, or last week, sorry, was quite off. So I basically did not work out at all. Like there was one day I checked my habit tracker that I had worked out, but other than that it was, not great in that sense. So we'll get into that just in a second. I know that many people want to know about the weight loss, so I will get straight into that. So um, the last time that I weighed myself before today was, and I'm looking at my notes by the way, okay, I'm so sorry. I'm not editing anything out, so you guys are seeing everything in real time. So anyway, as I was saying, the last time that I weighed myself, which was not today, was 3rd August, and I weighed in at 100.5 kilograms, and that in pounds is 221.5. So 221.5 pounds. And then today I weighed myself, which is the 11th August, which is I weighed in at 99.15 kg, which is 218 pounds. Wait, 218.5 pounds. So the loss from 3rd August till date, which is 11th August, is 2.9 pounds, and in kilograms 1.35. So I mean, do keep in mind that I had a fast day yesterday, so obviously that's going to play a role as well in it. But like I mean, I'm happy. I'm actually happy that I'm finally seeing, because I personally just use kilograms. So I was happy to see the number under 100 kilograms. Like I was just happy. Like I think I was telling myself like I really really want to get under, like even if it's 99 point 8 kilograms. Like I'm so happy. I'm just so done with the 100 kilograms. So I'm just so happy to be in the double digits finally. And obviously it's different in pounds, but yeah. But I'm happy with it, despite how last week was. I had my period then, and I was just also going through like a lot of emotional stuff. But to be honest, I think for the future, I feel like I just need to be a little better when it comes to my period, like what the plan is. Like it's fine if I decide like, hey, like I'm just going to be doing stretches for my period, but I just feel like I just want to kind of have a plan, if that makes sense. So, okay, moving on. So I wrote some stuff down, just so that I can remember what to update you guys on. So like my progress and results. So I already told you about my weight, and basically some of the other things that I have noticed is like I feel like my face seems less puffier. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys can like tell, maybe not yet, but even when I'm like washing my face in the shower, sorry, I just like feel it, you know what I mean? And my digestive system is so much better, like so much better. And I'm not surprised. Like I've said before, I just feel like my body just prefers lower carb, and just having like a gluten-free diet, even though like I would love to have all the, carbs and stuff, but that's what I feel like my body just likes, and it is showing, because my digestive system is so much better. And also, like my husband says when he like holds me or hugs me, he always keeps saying like, "Oh my gosh, you feel so much smaller. Like you feel so much smaller." So, even though I don't see it quite yet, and I also like wear loose clothes, so I feel like I can't quite tell if my clothes are fitting like any better. But yeah, that's what he says when he hugs me. He's always like, "You feel so much smaller." Okay, let's see. Fitness and movement. So as I mentioned before, last week I literally barely like did any kind of movement, and I barely did any workout. So, but funny enough, when I was doing my workout today, it actually felt easier despite like missing a week's worth of workout. It just felt so good, and it felt like super easy. Well, not super easy, but it just felt easier. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's because maybe I've lost a little bit of weight, and then it just feels like much better doing the workouts. Maybe that's why. What else? Okay, so mindset and motivation. So obviously, like I mentioned, in terms of like emotional stuff, my period and stuff like that, yeah, obviously it made things harder for me, and it threw me off completely. But I did notice that I did not turn to food. So that was, I think, one of the biggest wins for me last week, is that despite all the stuff that I was feeling and going through and whatever, like not once did I think, oh, let me like order cake or like whatever it is, like junk food and stuff. I did not do that, and I kept to my low carb. Now I did like order twice, but I still kept to my low carb. So it would just be protein, and then like steamed vegetables, or stir fried vegetables with like no like sauces or anything like that. Just low carb, simple meals. And then the other one was like a salad, something like that. And I did, to be fair, I did try, like my husband got these like gyozas, and I did try it. It does have gluten, but I just got two of them, and I still consider myself being like lower carb, because I don't, obviously, like I don't have 3 meals a day. Like I just have like one main meal, and then I might have a snack or two. So yeah. So yeah, and I mean, I felt sleepy after that day. I felt sleepier. So I don't know if it's the gluten, or if I was just tired, or I'm not sure. Okay, what else do I have here? Yeah, and also one thing I'm really surprised about is I see, I've seen a few people comment like, how obviously I should make certain things more realistic and things like that, like in terms of maybe like workouts and stuff, because they're saying like, oh, like, maybe if your your motivation is at the highest right now, and if you can't keep up with certain things, then like how are you going to keep up with things like down the line? But the funny thing is, I feel like the motivation thing for me is the opposite. I feel like the beginning is harder because I'm like, wow, you guys are motivated, because I'm like, I'm just trying to get myself to do the things now. You know what I mean? So I'm like, wow, you guys are really motivated, because I'm just trying to like figure things out. I'm trying to get into the habits and stuff. But so I just want to say to that, I know that a lot of the things that I'm doing, I know a lot of people do think like, girl, like pace yourself and things like that. But I think everyone is different. And I think like what you can do. You know what I mean? And I just feel like I'm just taking it one day at a time, and I am learning as I go. So right now, I just want to get through like my first month and then sit down and then see like what worked for me and what didn't, because I don't want to like, a lot of people are saying a lot of good stuff, but I don't want to just like change things like in the midst or like in the middle of me doing something, because I feel like I will never really truly learn what is really working for me if I don't stick it out. Because obviously, in the beginning, it doesn't feel comfortable, at least for me. That's why I'm like, for me, in the beginning, I feel like I need to really push myself. And then once I've kind of gone through that hump, then I feel like it's easier. Like, I don't know. So that's just my mindset. So yeah, so I'm not too worried about like, am I doing the right workouts and all that kind of stuff. Like my main focus really right now is just making sure that I'm eating like well, I'm eating good and good things, and I'm just getting all the nutrients and all that kind of stuff. So that has been the biggest thing, because I think I said in another video, like, guys, like I literally used to order food for every single day. I wanted to say almost every day, but it was pretty much every single day. Like, even if I didn't order, it would be something processed. It wasn't something that I have cooked or something like that. So that's why I think the food aspect is like the main and the biggest thing. I'm not really too concerned about doing like the right like workouts and stuff like that or whatever, because I know that once the month is over, like once I've hit 1 month, which by the way, someone also asked if I could do like a before and after. I will definitely do one once I've hit the 1 month mark, and I will be doing one each month. So yeah, so basically I can then see like what is working for me. And I feel like you guys should do the same too. Like, don't be too, like, especially if you're starting your journey and you're starting out, I feel like just set some kind of plan, like see it through for a while. Like, obviously if it's like super bad, like if it's, for example, like I said, I think in my first or second week update, I was saying that like I couldn't really get on my back and do like certain workouts, because it was really like it was too much stress on my back. And today I almost forgot to say, so I used the thicker mat, and one of you guys suggested me buying one of those, and it's such a game changer. Oh my goodness. Like, it felt so good. Maybe that's why I also had such a good workout, because I had the mat. But yeah, so I think, oh my gosh, I don't want to get your name wrong, but United States of Becky. Yeah, I think, and I don't remember if you had numbers in your username. So yeah, but she mentioned the thicker mat, and yeah, I don't, because we used to have them, but then I don't know what happened to them, and then I completely forgot about them. So I'm so thankful that she reminded me. Thank you so much, girl. So yeah, so basically, so I just wanted to say that about the whole, like what kind of workouts I'm doing and the workout aspect and things like that. So yeah. And then let's see. So challenges and wins. So obviously I need to do better with the workout aspect because I am home like 24/7. I'm not gonna even say like I'm most of the time home. Like I'm home 24/7. Like it is what it is. And I might go out like maybe once or twice a week. And so for me, I still, my window's open in case you guys hear anything. For me, I still want to get like movement in and stuff like that. And I mean, I live in Scotland, so it does like rain a lot and stuff like that. So I don't want to, of course, we have the gym as well, but I just feel the most comfortable at home. So I know that at least, like, if I'm at home, nothing should basically be not making me work out. But then if I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go for walks and then it rains, most likely for me, that's going to make me not work out. So yeah, so I don't know what my point was about that, but anyway, moving on. Um, yeah, but I just need to do better with my workouts. I need to work on that, and that is my goal for the week, is to do my 5 workouts for this week. And then yes, my main win for this week was that I stuck to my food plan. That is honestly the thing that I am like the most proud of, because I feel like I've come such a long way, and that is such a big, big, big thing that I wasn't even really thinking, or I wasn't thinking at all, to be honest, about like using food as a comfort thing. So I'm really, really happy about that. I should probably, like, obviously aside from, giving it to the Lord and praying, like I should have, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of like this like dopamine list or something like that. I don't know. But of things that like you personally like to do that like helps manage maybe, whatever stress or something like that. Obviously, I'm not trying to say like, just like suppressing whatever you're feeling. Like, yeah, definitely address that, but just having other things, like if you're anything like me, like having other things aside from food that can just help. So I probably need to write a list like that. Okay, so looking ahead. So basically, yes, like I said, main focus to stick to my workout plan. And then also, I noticed that, like, I think if I just plan daily and just weekly, that really helps. And it helps to not have to like think on the spot and be like feeling like you're super rushed, because today was such a busy day. Like even this video, I feel like I'm like, oh. So yeah, today was such a busy day. And yeah, also taking the time to reflect and having things ready. So definitely like having my groceries ready. Like if I'm going to be ordering my groceries, making sure that I have those like days locked in, or knowing that okay, I'm going to get groceries this day, because I feel like that's such a big thing, because we end up ordering, like if for example something was kind of off, so maybe we're missing like ingredients and we're like, oh no, like what are we going to have, and then we like order, even though like I said I've been ordering low carb stuff, but I'm still trying to really keep that to a minimal. And then also just like having those reset Sundays for me, and just planning out my week, and just even just fasting, honestly, that is such a nice break for me, not having to think about food. And yeah, just again, just kind of like, because I feel like all of those things are almost like rewiring my brain, because before, especially if I'm saying that I'm going to be resting and having a reset, best believe that it includes food. So I'm sure my body was like, what the heck are you doing? Like, what do you mean a reset and like a calm Sunday? Like, where is the food? But I feel like this is me really like working on the mind and the mindset, that you don't need to have food every single time like you're doing something good. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm sure I'm not the only one who has this, or who had like, struggled with this kind of like, I guess, I don't know, it's food addiction, like everything's about food. So, yes. And then I think my one advice from just like last week is having one thing that you will not compromise on. So, even though I felt like I was like, oh my gosh, like I really felt like everything was so off, and obviously when you have weeks like that, it does feel like, you're failing and stuff, but I would say like if you have one thing that you don't compromise on, then that's honestly so good. And that definitely makes you feel like, okay, despite how everything else went, at least I did this one thing right. And that for me was food last week. So I still stuck to my food plan. So yeah. And so it might be workout for you, it might be stretching every day, whatever it is, like stick to your one thing, stick to one thing that you are like, you know what, I am not going to compromise on this thing. So yes, that is literally it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this unedited, raw type, update. And if you made it to this point, honestly, I really appreciate you guys, because sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I'm talking too much, or, if you guys are just like, moving on, like, anyway. But I hope you guys are doing good, and yeah, like the video, because it helps the channel out, and share with your friends, if you know that they're on their journey, or family, or whoever. And if you have not subscribed, then like subscribe, okay? Subscribe. And yeah. So, yes, as always, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.